It's about that time. Let's go. Welcome to the Clubhouse. This is Velas Weekly Digest. Every Wednesday, make sure that the time's set. Everything blockchain news on the day-to-day. Velas here to tell you, Shirly, take it away.
Hello, boys and girls. I am Shirly, and on behalf of our team, welcome to the Velas Weekly Blockchain Digest. And as every week, I am joined by my fellow lady from the Crypto Valley as my co-host, Delphine, who's Chief Compliance Officer at DAL, board member of the Open VASP Association, and last but not least, a prominent voice in the global blockchain ecosystem. And thank you for joining me. We also have a new co-host, Pavel, and he is a blockchain ecosystem builder and a managing partner at Encore Strategy.
Thank you, Shirley. As usual, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, wonderful being here, and yeah, I'm excited to talk all things crypto tonight.
Yes, so let's kick things off with our Bitcoin price discussion. The Bitcoin price has recovered and keeps bouncing in the 50 to 60K corridor. This, however, is not the most exciting news segment. So Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin's volatility corridor by hitting one all-time high after another. And the rally started with Ethereum reaching $3,300 to $3,500 and then hitting the 4,200 US dollar mark soon after. And today I asked our head developer's opinion on the soon to be launching Ethereum 2.0 program, and they believe it will overperform Bitcoin eventually, as already now actually over 174,000 Bitcoin is wrapped on Ethereum blockchain under custody, and going forward it will be most probably running either on Ethereum or other change. So that's a little comment from my developers. It definitely makes me regret not getting any back in the days, but makes me really consider swapping half of the holdings from Bitcoin to Ethereum. Delphine, Pavel, what are your predictions?
Yeah, on my side, Shirley, I'm just so annoyed at myself because I sold all my Ethereum back in 2018 when it was crashing. I was like, oh my God, my money is disappearing. This Ethereum is shit. Let's get rid of it. I know, like, see the price. I'm just like, I'm such an idiot. And especially like 2 weeks ago, it was 1.4. And I was like, oh, it's still so high. I'm not going to buy that. And now it's like almost 4,000. I was texting Pavel last week and I was like, what do you think about Ethereum? So I agree that it might go up until 10K, I guess, maybe. And Bitcoin obviously 100, right?
At least.
Okay, at least that's the
At
thing. I
least.
mean, so again, I think we are. I'd say we're more on the optimistic side in this chat. So I would say let's push the price higher. I mean, there was something if analysts are assigning 100,000 from different banks, then we definitely should go higher. So my prediction is 250 BTC by year end, or let's say maybe a small disclaimer by the end of the bull cycle, and ETH 10,000. I think can be quite easy. Also, I looked at the charts before joining the show, and yeah, Bitcoin has been staying within that 50 to 60K corridor for the past 3 months, surprisingly. And in the past 6 months, it only went up from 30K to 60K. So the gaps are not that, or the jumps are not that great. Whereas ETH, we started the year at 168 per one ETH, and now we're at 4.5 thousand, 4.2, 4.3. Wishful thinking. So yeah, and the craziest thing is that more and more corporates are getting into the Bitcoin game, more and more corporates getting into ETH game. I mean, the latest news is San Francisco insurance company Metromile will purchase 10 million worth of Bitcoin in order to offer policyholders an option for payments of claims. And that's just, I mean, to me, that's absolutely insane. So if you have a claim and you want to pay it in Bitcoin, then what do? You wait depending on the day. So on one day it's 100, $100. The next day it's 10,000, and then the next day it's 1,000 again. So not sure how it's going to work, but yeah, let's see. We actually have Georg with us, who's an insurance expert. So I don't know, maybe he wants to chime in.
Yeah, anyone who wants to weigh in can raise their hand and we give you a access. So feel
To
free.
come on the stage.
Yeah. We also didn't mention actually what happened to our guest today, Josh.
Hi
We got
guys.
Walid.
Oh,
Hey,
hi,
what's
Walid.
up?
Fine. So I just wanted to add a few maybe things about Bitcoin regarding the price. I don't know if you guys noticed, but since I joined in Bitcoin world in 2012, if I remember, I noticed something that maybe you guys know also. Pavel maybe can confirm or say something about it. It's the cycle. So there's always a cycle, which is Bitcoin price is going up, new all-time high, another new all-time high, and so on. But you always get to a moment where it will basically crash. And when I say crash, it's like losing its value by minus 40% to minus 25 to minus 40% over 2 or 3 days, and then consolidate, and then go up and higher again, and so on. So I'm thinking that this is what we're going to see in the next few weeks, I would say by the end of May. Because it was supposed to happen, if I remember, 2 or 3 weeks ago, but then like there was a liquidation, options liquidation 2 or 3 weeks ago, who was supposed to trigger this like cyclic crash, I would say. But because of the intervention of institutional investors, it was resorbed and the price continued to grow to get till a new all-time high. So it was just basically delayed, but it's pretty much supposed to happen between the end of May and beginning of June.
What are you saying? So we're in for.
Sorry?
So you're saying there's a correction coming by the end of May?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to happen by the end of May. Like kind of a big one.
I see. Okay, then it's an opportunity to buy more.
Definitely, definitely. I remember when it was $200. Oh my God, I didn't buy it.
Well, I think
Yeah,
that's a good news. I'm up for buying more as soon as it falls.
definitely.
Well, as soon as you
Same.
start seeing in mainstream medias like articles saying, yeah, it's fine, it's okay, it's done, it happened, the Bitcoin bubble exploded, it's crashing. As soon as you hear or see some articles like this, just know that it's time to buy, because even if it drops by 40 or 50%, it's still just an entry point, very interesting one, because you know that it can grow bigger, and usually when this happens, it goes even higher and you can reach new all-time high.
Yeah, thanks for letting me join. I was just listening into a couple of things like Delphine saying, "Oh God, no, I sold them all." And then it went up, and yeah, we're always thinking we're going to buy, but it's too expensive, and it goes up again, so we never
Yeah.
buy. Yeah, it's the common problem. But
I have it
on
with
that,
Ethereum right now.
yeah, and so on that point, I mean, do you?
FOMO is real.
It's totally real. So how do you deal with that? I mean, I for example, I literally just do. It's not exactly well. It's a cost averaging thing. I literally just buy an amount every month of Bitcoin and Ethereum just to just top up.
Yeah,
And
I started to do that too. I think that's a good strategy.
yeah,
You know, Henny was talking about that, Pavel, last time we have him on the show.
Yep. Yep.
and you kind of avoid the FOMO a little bit, but of course you still look when your money's now ready to buy. Oh, is it going down? Is it going up? Should I wait a little bit? You get mini FOMO, so it's not so bad as massive FOMO. And then the other thing is, if we're thinking we're going to have a correction at the end of the month, great, sale time. But do we take a portion of our pot and we sell for dollar so that when it goes down, we got more to buy in? Or do we just buy more? Also, a sort of a split approach. What do people do?
Yes, it's an interesting point. On my side, I think I'll just buy more because I trust I trust in it, but that's my personal opinion, right?
For me, it gave a lot of confidence when I asked my developers, because they're the main people actually using those infrastructures,
Yeah.
and therefore using the tokens of the infrastructure as well. And like, if I get such feedback, like it's really going to be like top one. I think this is encouraging to actually do the swap from your Bitcoin holding onto Ethereum.
Yeah. I mean, literally, if we think Bitcoin is going to drop 20%, take some of the parts, sell it for $1, wait for the drop, buy in, and you've got more Bitcoin. But then again, buy the dip and it keeps dipping. You never know when it's going to hit the bottom. So, yeah, just keep it somehow less FOMO. I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult.
I will say, as long as you don't need the money, you should just keep it.
Yeah. Well,
Because
this is it.
it will go, it will always, I mean, it always go up at one point. And if you trust in the technologies and you think that at one point the price will go really high, if you have no need for the money, on my side, I'm just like, I just thought anyway, this is lost money, kind of, if you know what I mean. So that's my investments, and if it crash, well, I'm going to be very worried, obviously. But then I know it's going to go up again. I just need to breathe.
Only invest money you can afford to lose. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, this is all you do, right? I
That's
mean,
what
this
it
is what I
is.
do.
But it's kind of that trader mentality. Oh, it's going down. I'll sell, then I'll buy, and I'll have more. It's,
But
don't.
This is not what I follow.
No.
but I have to say
That's too much.
I'm a little bit surprised coming from the non sort of crypto side of things, how obsessed the whole thing is of the notion of there's something called in asset management the self-prophesier, which is basically if you got a bunch of analysts writing an article about Shell is going to crash, well, sooner or later they will, because you essentially what you do is you programming the herd mentality for it, so people start looking for, oh, they missed that target or they missed that target. They could come out on a Q3 report and say we've hit 9 out of 10, but if you set that sentiment into the market, then people are going to look at, oh, they missed 1 out of 10. So it means everything I hear and read about them means this is the point where they're going out. And it's very interesting to see that with Bitcoin, because everybody's just waiting for it to crash. And personally, I have to say is I don't know why there is such a frenzy with it, because you have stocks crashing every day, and you got stocks that have tremendous volatility like Tesla. And I think from an asset point of view and from an analyst's point of view, I would say you're just going to have to see this basically just like any other currency or any other stock. You've got your time investment horizon. You say, this is the period I want to be in it. You define that. You define what your risk wants is, and then you just went for your entry point. If you're long on it, I would continue to say what you guys done, which is just basically average it out, buy every month, every week, whatever the frequency of it. And I think over time, there's nobody who ever going to, I've timed it at the bottom and I sold it at the top. That's never going to happen.
Yeah, it's a very healthy way to put limits and boundaries in your strategy. Plus, very encouraging news is coming from Pantera Capital CEO Dan Morehead, who believes that we will hit $115,000 per Bitcoin by August. And I also read that Goldman Sachs is offering investors access to non-deliverable forwards, NDFs, derivative tied to Bitcoin price that pays out in cash, according to a Bloomberg report. And same Goldman that was telling everyone not to invest in Bitcoin. So are we buying time, or what do you think, guys?
Well, there's also something else that popped up as UBS Group is also in the early stage of planning to offer digital currencies investment to affluent clients, according to a Bloomberg report. The bank is exploring several alternatives for offering the asset class. I was
This
aware.
is crazy.
Yeah, I was aware of this project because it started Back in January 2020, because with my previous company, we had some talk with them. So they have been looking at that for way more than a year. I would say a year and a half or two, but it was just not public, right? And they are very interested in more in asset tokens and on. At the time, they were not interested in Bitcoin or Ethereum. They were more interested in how to tokenize assets.
Yeah, I know that they had the behind the curtain desk for researching the crypto, but they were always, together with Credit Suisse, the most against crypto. They would be closing down companies, individuals who had anything to do with crypto. And now coming publicly with such news, it's a big step forward.
Definitely, but it's also, I mean, it's annoying yet humoring in a way, because I remember, I think, what, beginning of the year, or like February or something like this, they came out with a nothing burger of a statement where they said, neither confirm nor deny whether somebody wants to do something, blah. And it's just, it's whenever something like this happens, and whenever large institutional, banks, investors, everybody who's saying you shouldn't do something when it comes to cryptocurrency, that in themselves time to figure things out. But while I have the mic and moving things forward, thinking that we are pressed for time, I really want to give a shout out to Hani Rashwan, who was on the show a few months ago, and I'm really excited about the fact that news broke this week that he managed to get Kathy Woods, who is CEO of ARK Investments, and one of my all-time favorite, amazing, incredible human beings. So she joined the board of 21 Shares, or the parent company, and she's really excited about being part of that, and she's saying that 21 Shares is forging a new path for crypto ETPs by leading with research and keen understanding of this developing asset class. And it's absolutely mesmerizing from where I'm sitting. And yeah, I spoke to Hani this week, and as it turns out, apparently Kathy joined already some time ago, and they just decided to announce it now. Her and Pomp joined the board, so it's all quite exciting. And if you want to see more on that, go check out Pomp's podcast, where he sits down with Hani and they talk about this stuff. So really exciting news, very big names joining the crypto industry. So I'm super pumped about it.
On the Cathy Wood thing, I can tell you is she's also bull on SpaceX and on Tesla, as everybody knows already. But I just read that Musk is actually now lobbying for even a joke like Dogecoin to be accepted by SpaceX and Tesla right now. So that's the latest thing I've read as well. You can read it on Tesla Rati. It's a podcast and a website.
Yeah, and about Dogecoin, compliance firm TRM Labs has added the Dogecoin blockchain to its suite of services, enabling clients to detect fraud and financial crime involving Doge, and which is currently the world's 5th largest cryptocurrency. And it turns out it's not just some meme trading or meme coin. And the San Francisco-based firm TRM Labs, they provide data analytics to monitor risk, detect financial crime, and strengthen anti-money laundering compliance. So it's coming as a surprise to many, I believe, that something considered as a meme coin turns out to be much more bigger. And I also asked my developers' opinion on Dogecoin, underlying infrastructure, and they said it's actually quite a brilliant technology behind it. So it's not just solely a meme.
Just to say about Dogecoin, yeah, I can tell you one of the reasons why there's a lot of I wouldn't say a lot because I cannot quantify it for now, but I know why there's criminal activity involved into it. You know that for quite some years, the Dogecoin was used as a money doubler because you could see it doubling in value over a week and then coming back to the point where it was. So you basically every week can double your money with it, up to a certain volume, of course. So I think this is one of the reasons why it was attracting money launderers.
Well, the fact that TM Labs is adding it to his suite of cryptocurrencies that they track has nothing to deal with like the coin being used for financial crime. Most of the time when a firm like TM Labs or Chainalysis will add a coin that they were not supporting in the past is because there is a big demand from the exchange. And the fact that there is a lot of volume of trading on Dodgecoin and it has significantly increased in the past few months, so makes the demand higher, and so you need a support. Like when you work in a compliance team in an exchange, you need to work with blockchain investigation tool, and if like a cryptocurrency is on the top 10 and is not supported by a company like Chainalysis or TRM Labs that do blockchain analysis, it's a bit of a problem because it increases your risk, meaning that you won't be able to check what is going on with the cryptocurrency. So I guess this is why TRM Labs added this coin to their suit. I'd like to ask that TRM Labs is member of the Open VASP Association. They have been with us since the beginning of the association, so it's very cool. We're very happy to have them. If anyone in this call is interested in joining the Open VASP Association, please feel free to reach me. Yeah, I think that
What else in the compliance field?
Oh God, a lot of things is happening. A lot of compliance and legal drama this week as usual, right?
So some of the most noticeable ones are...
I'm sure you can't wait to hear about them, right?
Yeah.
So we had 2 trillion cryptocurrency market, according to the US, needs more investor protection. This was a declaration made by Chairman Gary Gensler on last Thursday. So they are kind of looking on how to have more regulation for investor protection. Then we have India, obviously, we love those countries. They always have some interesting news.
Indeed.
So the National Payment Corporation of India, a central bank-owned retail payment system, has deferred the issue of whether to allow customers to make and receive payment from cryptocurrency trading to commercial banks. Then we obviously have Turkey. With Turkey,
Yeah, the big drama, like they always do this. They did the same thing for what is it called? For apologies for the baby sounds if you can hear them. So
We
I'll skip
ignore
out on
them.
this one. Go ahead.
yeah, okay. So, regarding Turkey, so Turkish crypto exchange will have to report purchases exceeding around $1,200 to financial authorities under upcoming AML regulation. So that's quite a big news, but that's not surprising coming from Turkey. Another exciting news there is Canadian publicly listed payment technology company Nuvei has announced its plan to buy crypto payment processor Simplex, which recently became a member of the Visa network for $250 million. Simplex is a very cool payment processor, at least from a compliance point of view. It has a lot of like fraud detection systems. They accept cryptos. They are really cool in this space. Something more interesting, eBay on Tuesday said they allowed the sale of
Love
non-fungible
this news.
token for digital collective like trading card, image, or video clip on its platform. I think that's pretty big coming from them. So that's very interesting. And last but not least, in my compliance news, you have Iran. So the Central Bank of Iran has banned the trading of cryptocurrency mined outside the country. I am actually wondering how they are going to monitor and enforce that. Iran has already banned the use of cryptocurrency for payment, while the country's financial institutions are free to use cryptocurrency derived from sanctioned miners to pay for imports. looks like Iran wants to have like full control of all the cryptos that are mined in their country. Quite interesting. So let's see what's going to happen there.
Very interesting.
I think they're a bit too late because their best performing crypto trader has left the country and started a company in the crypto valley, Ficas, Ali, and he actually listed an actively traded ETP, actively managed ETP, I think in the beginning of the year or end of last year.
End of last year.
End of last year, yeah. So amazing innovator, and yeah, I'm happy he's with us in the crypto valley rather than in Iran.
Do anyone else have?
I have a question to the group
comments?
regarding various coins. What about the Tezos coin? It seems to be, it has doubled in the past couple of weeks. I've seen the price gone from 3.8 to almost 7. But does anyone have a view on them?
Yeah, I have a lot of pesos actually. But
Tezis, they're called Tezis.
yeah, but I bought them a while back ago. I mean, like I think I paid 0.9 at the time, or like $1 when I bought them. I do think like this is really good technology. They're like more. I think they're more under the radar, or they were more under the radar, but they actually provide. The blockchain is used by aviation and military type of industry because it's supposed to be very safe and secure. So on my side, I think Tezos is a good investment. I'm not sure if I would invest in it right now because the price is quite high. But they're working on a lot of projects. I think there's also like some NFTs project developing on the platform. But yeah, that's what I can say on my side.
I mostly use Tezos as a pivot. When I see the market going down, usually Tezos go up, so I switch to it. Because of NFTs. That's why it's growing.
Sorry, did you say, is it the general market or the crypto? Sorry.
I'm speaking about crypto market.
Okay.
I don't go to general market.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean the team is quite strong. They had a few interesting partnerships that they've announced throughout pretty much crypto winter. So banks, other large corporates. The technology seems to be quite strong. They've been giving away a lot of funding, grants, non-equity investments. So their ecosystem is growing, and I'd say they're up there with Cardano. Maybe not as hyped up as Polka and other prime like top 10 protocols, but it's definitely one of the better ones. Let's put it this way.
Did you have a question, Pavel? Because I was sort of doing another thing at the same time, but I heard you said something in my name. Did you have a question for me? Did I miss it?
That was right in the beginning. We were talking about insurance, so.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. No, we're good.
All right, then does anyone else wants to weigh in or ask a question to our hosts? If you are interested, then raise your hand. Otherwise, we're going to close down for today.
I just wanted to ask maybe, Delphine, is it possible to contact you a little bit later?
Yeah, Delphine is available on LinkedIn. Best.
Yes, thank you, Shirly.
I can give you her phone number, Valid.
No. LinkedIn, ping me on LinkedIn, and we can set up a meeting.
I don't have LinkedIn. Don't you use Telegram or something?
Yeah, Telegram. Shirly can give you my Telegram.
Yes, I will connect you guys.
Okay.
All right, and on this note, thank you so much for joining us, Delphine and Pavel, and all the other Valid, Robert, Georg. Thank you for weighing in. This is it for today. For bigger selection and more in-depth blockchain news, please visit velas.com/digest and tune in every Wednesday at 6 p.m. CET for the Velas Weekly Blockchain Digest here on Clubhouse, and join our house, the official Velas Club. Thank you again. My name is Shirly Valge. Thank you for listening.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Shirly.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody. It was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
Have a good
Thank
evening.
you. Bye.
Good evening.
Bye-bye.